What should be the role of finance? Hi, I'm Justin Lake from Think Numbers, and in today's lecture, I'm going to tell you about where I think the finance function is really heading and how it's sort of evolving now to where I think it will be in the future. Historically, the finance function is really, especially accountants, have been perceived quite a bit of terminology out there that sort of has had a negative sort of connotation with finance. But I want to sort of tell you about where it's really headed, and I guess the trends at the moment is that many organizations have, particularly medium to larger organizations, having developed ERP systems and many other multiple systems such as business intelligence tools as well. There's also been a big trend in the last few years, and it's still evolving, is this is particularly in Australia, and I'm sure it's the same in other Western countries, is that a lot of the back office accountant function is being outsourced to places like Asia and India. And what essentially is being sent over there is a lot of the processing of accounts payable, invoices, the billing for accounts receivable, as well as collections as well. So a lot of this function, which was typically in the past always done by a finance team, is now being outsourced. So what that means is the teams that are left are becoming leaner, definitely, and it means that they're not so focused on just transactional preparing the transactions that are in the system. Now what's sort of really evolving is that they really can start looking at this information and making sense. So the first thing I want to talk about is business insights. So look, finance generally does have access to all the information, the financial information, as opposed to other functions within a business that don't always have the fine details available. And ERP systems and business intelligence tools give you the capability to extract this type of information. And so what can you do with it? You can identify trends on accounting information. You can also provide support for decision making. So that's really a trend that I see where the role of finance is going to become more valuable, is actually providing more insight to different managers within a business and business owners to be able to make sense of that information. The next sort of area that's really evolving is around system innovations. And as I said previously, ERP systems or enterprise resource planning systems and business intelligence tools are becoming more mainstream. And what they're allowing organizations to do is to streamline their processes and get the data out of the system so that then they can make sense of it. Okay, so that's really where finance is going to play more of a role in system development and building other tools. I've personally been involved in a number of different initiatives to build tools within ERP systems. They're highly sophisticated and can be customized to whatever you want. So that's definitely an area I see that's going to be big in the future. Big data. We've probably heard this term a lot about big data, and I see the role of finance really is more than just looking at the financial figures, but also looking at other forms of information within an organization. So really trying to pull multiple sources of information together from multiple systems. And that's the reality in most medium to large organizations, is that there are multiple systems. Generally would have an accounting system, but then you might have an operations system. I've seen some organizations with up to 6, 8 major systems, and generally they don't talk to each other, these systems. So in the future, finance will be able to pull data from multiple systems and use consolidation tools such as business intelligence tools, where you can actually pull key statistical data, financial data, marketing data, sales data, all together and actually report on it and be able to give this information to the business and make sense. And finally, I believe that finance is going to play, well, it has in the past, but I believe it's going to play an even stronger role around strategic planning, as they can provide the information to senior managers in order to make decisions around the direction of the organization. I hope you enjoyed that lecture, and we'll see you in the next one.